Mean guitar rap! We're back with the best guitar series on YouTube. By now you should already know that we're talking about riffs and you go. And today we have the drop G sharp episode, which is a tuning that is a lot more common than I actually realized. I thought there was gonna be a lot fewer bands that I was able to pick from, but surprisingly, no. So let's not waste any more time and get right into the riffs. And to start off, I think we have one of the most obvious choices that I could have included on this episode. It's Kublai Khan with Endpile. This is one of their most popular songs along with Theory of Mind. And it just, this riff just puts hair in your chest. I don't know, there's just something so primal about basically any Kublai Khan song. And the riffs are really a lot of fun to play if you ask me. After that, we have another band that I think is also a very obvious choice for this particular episode, and it's also a band that has been requested for a long time to be included on this series, and their time is finally due. It's Periphery with Wildfire. I think the intro to this song is hands down top 3 meanest Periphery riffs ever. And I chose this one instead of Blood Eagle because I think the pattern on this song is a lot easier to learn than the one in Blood Eagle. And I just wanted a riff that I can groove and jam hard to. But now we have an OG deathcore relic. This is one of those rare gems from the MySpace era. It's Demolisher with their song Decimated. Oh my god, this band is so much fun. Pretty much every song of theirs is a breakdown after another. And they do it so well that you don't even care. You're like, yeah, give me another one. This was one of those bands that I used to listen to a one-off song back in my YouTube rabbit hole days when I used to discover a bunch of bands one after another, and then I couldn't listen back to it because I didn't remember the name of the band. And at that time, for some reason, I didn't know how to use the search history for YouTube to look back on the videos that I already watched, so it got lost in time for me for the longest time. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun to play. You know that if I'm making a meanest riffs video, I have to include a slam band if I can. And I think it's one that a lot of people expected to be featured on this episode. It's Bodybox with Tx. So this song is basically just taking that reggaeton beat and doing it metal and taking it a step further by making it its main riff of the song. And I think this song was actually written in like early 2022, maybe even late 2021. So technically it existed before Suffocate. I don't know if this song was actually recorded in drop G sharp. I know the lowest note in this song is a G sharp, but knowing Hunter Young, he probably recorded this with a different guitar in random tunings. So cut me some slack and enjoy the dumbest riff in the entire episode. real quick before we continue with the riffs, I just wanted to mention that this video has no sponsor, but I do want to talk about this. Schecter did send me this guitar. This is a PT Black Ops 6 model, and honestly, it's one of the best guitars I ever played in my life, and I'm so grateful to them for giving it to me and letting me play it. And actually, they set it up to drop G sharp when they send it to me, and I think that was so nice of them. And I just think this is such a slippery guitar. I love a simple guitar like this. Single bridge pickup, hip shot bridge, one volume knob, just a mean and reliable riff stick. This is the guitar that made me love the hip shot bridge. This is now my favorite bridge ever. I understand the hype now. Before this guitar and the KM7, I think I hadn't played a guitar with a hip shot bridge for like over 10 years probably. There's no inlays, the guitar is all murdered out. The pickguard is super cool with this brush finish on it. I love how the logo on the headstock is actually inlaid instead of just printed on, I guess. And with the back is neck through construction, 25.5-inch scaling, and it takes drop G sharp like a champ. It has 12 to 62 gauge strings on it, which is what I asked Schecter to set them up with. And I just wanted to give a massive shout out and a big thank you to Adam Murphy and the team over at Schecter Guitars for sending this guitar over, because it's just so much fun to play. Another very cool thing about this guitar is that there also is a 7 and 8 string multi-scale version of this exact guitar. So if it looks interesting to you, you can check it out in the link in the description down below to sweetwater.com. But now, back to the riffs! Since we just feature a slam band, I think we also have to feature a beatdown band. And what is the difference? I don't know. Probably the vocals. It's Paleface Swiss with Curses. This is hands down my favorite Paleface Swiss song. Definitely the meanest riff they have ever written are in this song. And I think it's one of the most fun songs to play in their catalog. I told the drummer Cassie that this song is basically a slam song, and he was like, yeah, I think that was the inspiration for it. The riff I chose from this song is definitely the one that gets me the hardest stank face out of their entire discography. It's so much fun to play. Now we have another deathcore band. It's one that has been severely lacking from this series. It's the Acacia Strain with Fresh Bones. The Acacia Strain was a band that I didn't listen to that much, as I was discovering deathcore when I was 13, 14 years old. And actually the material that they have been releasing the last couple of years has really spoken to me. I really vibe with their particular sound now, because I went back to listen to the rest of their discography and I saw that they had a very beatdown inspired beginning, and then they have a lot of gen inspiration, which is not really my cup of tea from their discography. But I think now that they have this like very almost mathcore inspired kind of unhinged sound, oh, this is what I'm all about. I love this kind of stuff, and I think the riff that I chose from this song really represents the sound that I love from them. Now we have a band that I think most people requested for this episode. I didn't know they tuned to drop G sharp, and I almost dropped them from the list because their songs are just so hard. It's Carbon with Constant Sleep. I chose not only this song but the particular riff from it because it not only represents their sound with their very like gallopy, intense kind of like Meshuggah on crack kind of sound, but it was also the riff that I actually remember the picking pattern on it. So if you see me looking to the side to my screen as I'm playing it, don't judge me. This is a really hard song both physically and mentally. We had a really hard and complex riff, so let's dumb it down with a riff that is a lot more fun to play. It's Bodysnatcher with Murder 8. Bodysnatcher is a band that I should listen to a lot more. Every time I listen to a song from them, I'm always jamming hard to it. I always want to throw down and punch something, and I just haven't kept them in my regular rotation, and I should. And I think if you go listen to the full song that I chose, you're gonna know why. I have another very requested band. I'm so glad that they play in this particular tuning because it's I Am Dissonance with Neil. I don't know if this particular song is in drop G sharp because I know that they have also quite a few songs in G sharp standard, which is a very uncommon tuning actually. But man, I've been wanting to include I Am Dissonance for a while on this series, so if this song is not actually in drop G sharp, then we'll let it slide. I Am Dissonance is such an underrated band. It's a very deathcore inspired mathcore band. At least that's how their sound makes sense in my head. And they were doing the dissonant kind of style very early on before it was cool to actually do it. Now for the final riff, there's quite a few bands that I could have chosen, so I gotta give some special mentions to After the Burial, to Deathcore Era, The Contortionist. The Abysmal Lie by Meshuggah is actually in drop G sharp, which I didn't know. But you know what? This is my video, this is my channel, so I'll do what I want. So next up is Kublai Khan with Ant Pile 2. We started the video off with Ant Pile, so I thought it would be really fun if we ended it with Ant Pile 2. And everything I said about this band in the first spot of the list applies just the same here. And what else can I say about this band other than I think it's so badass that the entire lyric for this song is just 2. You really have to put some respect on the name of a band that writes songs that are under a minute long and are still super catchy and super memorable. So but that's it for today's episode, gang. As always, let me know in the comments down below what are your favorite drop G sharp riffs. Once again, a big shout out to Schecter for sending me the guitar that I used to play the riffs on this episode. It's one of my favorite guitars right now, so I encourage you to go and check it out for yourself. If you'd like to watch another video full of mean and nasty and disgusting riffs, you can watch it right here. All my social media links and my Discord server link will be in the description down below. As always, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.